Hi, my name is Fran, and I just took a shower a while ago, so my hair is still wet. Um, but this week's topic is sexual orientation. So, oh, the light's bad. Okay, never mind. Sexual orientation is basically who you are sexually attracted to. So, there are a lot of sexual orientations out there. Personally, I don't really know mine that well enough. If I had to choose, I would either pick between polysexual, which is defined as like being sexually attracted to multiple genders, but not necessarily all of them, or bisexual, which I'm pretty sure is defined as the sexual attraction to more than one or more than two genders. Two or more genders, I think it is. Might be. Something like that. Ugh, it's been a while. I'm kind of rusty. Um, but basically, sexual orientation is much more talked about. So but that doesn't necessarily mean like all sexual orientations are talked about. In, as far as I know, in America, in the USA, we mostly tend to focus on heterosexuality and homosexuality, and we don't really leave much room for other sexualities, and that's mostly due to the fact that we're stuck in a binary, which is bad. um, but it's probably going to be a while before everything catches on. Um, but anyways, the other orientations that are out there, there are a ton of them. Uh, demisexual, um, pansexual, asexual, and it's very important that if you don't really know your sexual orientation or even your other orientations, I think it's really important that you just take the time to try and try and look out there and try to search, because it's not necessarily a comfortable feeling to not know who you are well enough. Um, I was personally, I was like really not so, what's the word I'm looking for? I wasn't really sure of myself beforehand, um, and it didn't make me feel comfortable. You know, I didn't know who I was beforehand before I found out, like, oh, this is sort of what my sexuality is, and this is sort of what my romantic orientation is, and everything, and my identity. Um, and when I started learning about things, and I took the time when I could, I mean, not everyone has the time, but when you take the time, you make time, you find time, and I just looked into things, it sort of was a slow process, but I eventually became a little bit more comfortable with not really myself, but like I just had like that inner sense of peace, like, oh, okay, finally have found out who I am, or at least I'm taking the steps there towards reaching like, this is who I am, these are the things that make me who I am. Um, but yeah, I besides that, I haven't really had many sexual relationships. Most of my relationships have been long distance, and so um, it's been more of a romantic focus and less sexual. Um, Not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I'm not really, I wouldn't really think of myself much as a sexual person, but who knows? Maybe in the future I won't have something that's long distance. Maybe it will develop into something sexual. And if it does, then It does. But going back to like discovering your sexual orientation, again, it's a slow process. I mean, even now, between bi and polysexual, it's still like, which one am I? But it takes time. It takes a lot of research, a lot of looking over terms and definitions and everything. And, you know, it's not really easy. It takes a while, but it's pretty worth it. In the description below, I'm going to put down some links to websites, so if you're searching, you can look for maybe the right label that'll fit your sexual orientation. And I hope you liked this video. If you need to contact me, my blog will be down there below too. So, yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week, and see you next time.